It was just past noon in Evergreen, Colorado, a place known for its tranquil mountain views, forested hills, quiet routines. But in a matter of minutes, that calm was shattered. On September 10, 2025, Evergreen High School, a school of about 900 students, tucked roughly 30 miles west of Denver, became the scene of a tragedy that no parent, teacher, or community ever expects. Shots fired, students hurt, a suspect who turned the weapon on himself. Lives changed forever. Today, we piece together exactly what happened, who was involved, what we know and what we're still waiting to learn, how the investigation is unfolding, because this is a story not just of violence, but of loss, of fear, and of a community trying to heal. Let's walk through the timeline, the known facts. At 12:24 p.m. local time, the first 911 call came in from Evergreen High School about gunshots. Law enforcement response was swift. Deputies were on site within 2 minutes and made contact with the suspect within 5 minutes. The shootings took place both inside and outside the school building. The suspected shooter was a male juvenile student, age 16. He used a revolver as the weapon. The suspect wounded 2 fellow students and then later died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Who were the victims? What are their conditions? These details are still emerging, and many identities are not yet released. 3 juveniles were taken to Common Spirits St. Anthony Hospital in Lakewood. That includes the suspect and 2 other students. 1 student remains in critical condition. Another student suffered what authorities describe as non-life-threatening injuries, now stable, and later fair, though transferred out of the hospital. The suspect himself was critically wounded, and as mentioned, died of a self-inflicted injury. There is also mention of a 4th person transported to the hospital, possibly injured while fleeing. Their connection to being directly shot is not clear. Names of the victims and shooter have not been publicly released as of this latest reporting. What do we know or don't know about the suspect and why this happened? The suspect is a 16-year-old male student at Evergreen High School. His identity remains unreleased. Motive, still under investigation. Authorities have said it is not clear what led to the shooting. Evidence and investigative steps so far. 1. Multiple crime scenes. Shots fired both inside and outside the building. Investigators are processing several distinct locations. 2. A warrant is being sought for the suspect's home locker, possibly the car, to see what the suspect may have planned, what other weapons, writings, or motivations might be discovered. 3. Interviews. Dozens of students and staff who witnessed or heard the event are being interviewed. 4. No law enforcement officers fired their weapons. 1 detail: there was no school resource officer (SRO) present at the school when the shooting began, although the school does have an SRO position, according to the district. When lives are suddenly disrupted by violence, the response is not just medical or law enforcement, it's deeply human. Immediately after the shooting, students evacuated, some fled, some took shelter. A reunification center was established at Bergen Meadow Elementary School address, 1928 Highland Drive, where parents gathered to find their children. Hundreds of law enforcement personnel from across the region responded. Federal agencies including the FBI and ATF are assisting. Officials including the governor, state lawmakers, and school district leadership have issued statements of grief, solidarity, and have called for reviewing school safety policies. School operations, for the rest of the week, after school activities canceled. Classes in the affected area Evergreen, Conifer Articulation area canceled. While many facts are clear, many vital ones remain unknown, and these will shape whether lessons are learned or opportunities lost. Identity of victims and suspect. Because names are withheld, we don't yet know their backgrounds, mental health status, family or peer relationships, whether there was any previous warning or threat. Motive. Why did the suspect do this? Was it targeted, random, related to bullying, mental health, ideology, etc.? Planning. Was it spontaneous or planned? Was the revolver recently acquired? Did he act alone? Are there other weapons? Were there warning signs? Response effectiveness. How fast did law enforcement arrive? How effective were security measures? Did the lack of SRO presence matter? Are there lessons to be learned about prevention, aftercare, support for victims, students who witnessed it, mental health resources, community healing? To truly grasp what this means, we have to see it in context. Colorado has a painful history with school shootings, most notably Columbine in 1999. For many, Evergreen reopens old wounds in Jefferson County. The broader issue: how common is gun excess among teens? What laws govern extreme risk, red flag orders? How are schools funded for safety, security, mental health? Community expectations. Parents and students expect that schools are safe. When that trust is broken, people demand policy changes. What can we take away from this tragedy? 1. School safety needs continuous attention drills. Threat assessment, mental health resources. 2. Transparent communication is vital. Names withheld for privacy, but clarity on timeline and facts helps prevent rumor and fear. 3. Communities must support survivors not just physically, but emotionally. Healing takes time. 4. Policy and prevention matter, from gun laws to school resources. The gaps exposed here, ones we can't ignore. To the students recovering in hospitals, to families shattered, to Evergreen, we see you. We grieve with you. And we keep asking, how many times will it take for a community, a state, a country, to say "never again" and mean it? Subscribe for updates as the story unfolds. We will bring you confirmed facts, not speculation. Share this video to spread awareness so that Evergreen is not just another name, but a call to action.